If you look like this when you play on the court, then don't worry, bro. We in the same boat. But here's how you can still cook as an undersized and small guard, and all the skills you'll need to do so. Let's get into it.
So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple.
The first thing we gotta start with is the pickups you need to have. And since you're already lower to the ground, you might as well keep it that way with the ball as well. So instead of using pickups where you need to bring the ball up high, just use ones that'll keep it low, like the low sweep pickup. This move can be used in a bunch of different situations and is great for us smaller players. All you gotta do is bring the ball low, then swing it forward quickly. You wanna work on this with both hands. The next pickup you'll need is the tuck pickup. This is great for tight spaces and when a lot of people are reaching for the ball. This is probably the most used pickup in basketball, and that's because it's so simple to master. And there's two ways you can do this. The first is where you gather with one hand and bring the ball to your body, and the second is where you tuck the ball with both hands. And this option is a lot safer. Work on these with both hands as well. The finishes you'll need as a small guard are very important, and the up and under is one of them that's necessary, while still being lethal. Kyrie has perfected this move, and if you ever want to master it, just watch his finishing highlights. But there are three main ways you can do this move. The first is getting into it on the same side and flying by, while you take off from far out, and this will get bigs to jump early. The second is just your regular up and under, going from one side to another. The last one, and the hardest, is the up and under reverse. You'll need a lot of hang time and coordination for this, but it's definitely worth it, because it'll leave the defense confused. Work on all three of these on both sides of the rim. The next finish is the high floater. This move is really a cheat code to scoring a lot of points, and it's crazy how many people don't prioritize it. But as a smaller player, this should be one of your go-to finishes. You gotta master it with the backboard, with no backboard, and getting it up high over big. So let's work on all of these floating on both sides of the rim using the backboard, and also trying to get it above that square. Then in the middle of the court, using no backboard. Make sure you're using both hands, because this will build a lot of touch. Next is the veer step, and this is one I don't see a lot of people using, but it's great if you're a physical player and you need to bump your defender out of your way. All you gotta do is take one step with the outside foot, then a second leaning into your defender and bumping into them, stepping with that inside foot. After that, we got the hook shot, and I can honestly say this is a lost art. Nobody takes this shot anymore, except for a select few. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you can master this, you'll actually be unguardable, because this is one of the hardest finishes to block. When you extend the ball out and up, it gives you all the space you'll need to get your shot off clean. This next segment is all the moves you'll need to master as a smaller player, and one of your advantages is your speed. And to set this up properly, you want to have a good hesitation. This is where you relax and bring your body up, and when your defender will least expect it, explode out with that first step. We'll call this the skip hesitation and then go. And the perfect counter for this move is the hezi pull-up, where you sink down like you're attacking, then rise up quickly into your shot. You want to work on this going both ways from the three spots, both wings, and the top of the key. As a smaller player, you gotta be shifty. And if you watch any Jordan Poole, you'll know there's one move that he uses that propels his shiftiness. And if you haven't guessed it already, it's the in and out. I'm telling you, if done correctly, this move can really take some ankles. But to work on it, you just want to exaggerate the in and out, using both hands, going both ways from the three spots, and getting into a bunch of different shots. Another move that's going to help you channel your speed is the smitty. This is one of the most unstoppable hesitations, and it's so easy to master. If I could only use one move for the rest of my life, it would probably be this. It's so simple, yet effective at the same time. All you want to do is hop into the half spin position, relax, pause, and pound for a split second, then go. You want to master this with both hands. The next move we got is for creating space, which as a smaller player, you'll need a lot of to get into your shot. The step back is one of the pillars of basketball, and its cousin, the side step, is just as useful. You want to make sure you have both of these shots mastered, and you can get into both of them in the mid-range and at the three-point line. We'll work going both ways with each hand, working from the 3 spots and getting into each move. Another space creator is the push-out dribble. If you're a mid-range assassin, this shot will become your best friend. And the further you're able to push out, the less contested your shot will become. So make sure you're repping this out and trying to get further and further out each time. Again, going both ways from the 3 spots. The most important skill as an undersized guard will be your shooting, and more importantly, being able to pull it from deep. This will allow you to stretch the defense and make it easier for you and your teammates to drive. And you really want to be able to pull it from deep. So make sure you're warming up the correct way and starting in close. You want to be able to shoot these from everywhere. Now let's get into the mindsets you need to have. And this is just as important as your skills. You got to make sure you're keeping everything simple, using your speed to get to your spots first, being fearless, and trying to score on your defender every chance you get. And also, if you don't have the full green light yet, being what your coach wants you to be. Then once you get his trust, you can go crazy. But make sure you're leading the team and being a point guard. And this means you gotta be able to pass. And on top of all the offensive stuff, you also gotta play elite defense and pick up full court. If this helps you guys out, make sure to like and subscribe. The link to my Discord will be in the comments. So if you need help with anything, just ask. And if you guys have any video ideas, just leave them in the comments. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge.